Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the early morning Jinja with your host, the one and only Izzy Bakakawan, the king of the Jinja and the Zanziland, who is come to be with you this morning. All right. Pulling up to, the headquarters of Jinja. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have come to discuss with you what I like to call faith or belief. What do you believe in? What do you believe in? It forms the essence of your personality, of who you are. Who are you? What do you believe in? I'm not talking about a religious belief now. Are you the sort of person who, whenever they give you anything, you just believe it? You just see something. Buhari this, Tinubu that, Mikel Obi this, Okocha that, Peter Obi this, Atiku that, Ronaldo this, Messi that. You just believe. Anything they tell you, you just believe. You don't do any research, you don't do anything. What do you believe in? What is your fundamental understanding of life? Do you believe in yourself? What do you know about yourself? Who are you? These are questions you must ask yourself, in order that you will cement yourself upon this earth as a person of latitude, as a person who understands his purpose, his destiny. You must know yourself. Not to know yourself, not to believe in anything, is to be untethered in such a way that you are just floating, just moving from up and down. That mentality, that personality, that identity affects everything else about you. It affects your relationship, it affects your family, it affects your friends, it affects your well-wishers, it affects your colleagues at work, it affects your understanding, it affects your sense of confidence. It deflates your ego. When you find yourself and meet certain people, you find that you're a man of no ground. And so you begin to wonder, what is wrong with me? Devil take me they play. But I say to you, just they play. Just they play. If you like, know who you be. To know who you are is to get an introspection. No be every day be faji. No be every day be party. No be every day be jolly. You need to settle down. Sit in a dark room. My GM will say, I called myself to order. Me, myself, and I. You need to have a meeting with you, yourself, and you. You need to sit and talk to yourself in a manner that is befitting of wisdom. In a manner that will bring you to realization, root you to something. You understand? There is something I believe about the road when I drive. There is something I believe about relationships when I navigate them with human beings. There is something I believe when I talk to people. There is something I believe when I reason certain things. What do you believe in? What is your fundamental belief? What is your belief system? As you go out today, I need you to ponder on that. For in knowing what you believe in, you know what you bring to people. Don't bring uncertainty to people. You're only adding to the problems of this world, and particularly of Nigeria. It is the sort of lack of belief and lack of understanding and lack of knowledge that makes us begin to go about destroying properties in this country. Properties that taxpayers' money, like my own and your own, will still be used to rebuild. You complain of the Naira and the redesign and the problems thereof. Beautiful policy, mad implementation, a lot of suffering that is coming with it, given the close time frame. But the suffering you are going through is the same suffering I am going through. But you take out your suffering on me by breaking my windscreen, bashing my car, burning my house, destroying my building. The bank that is in that building is renting it from somebody. That building does not belong to the bank. Banks don't own buildings these days. They rent buildings. It's cost effective that way. And so, if the bank decides to off and leave that building, you have left that man with a debt or problem. In a system where there is no cash and no nothing, what does he do? His family begins to hunger and die and starve for lack of rent. We need to think properly before we act. You have taken out your anger on BRT buses that should provide easy transportation for people. What do you believe in? What is your understanding of things? Do not allow yourself to be used. Refuse to be allowed to be used by politicians and the likes. Anybody who is telling you otherwise, ask yourself, why is this person pushing me to do this? Why is this person asking me to do this? Consider the following. There are criminals who have stacked and piled monies in their house, who are forcing this extension that they may have enough time to swap it for the new ones. There are persons who are afraid to bring the huge chunk of money they have to the banks and to CBN because they will be seen, they will be caught. There are politicians who are seeking for this 1,500 naira because it will be easy to buy votes for them that way. There are those of you who are hoping to also enjoy from that criminality and that bad venture. That is why you are also instigating people to go about and destroy properties. What do you want to do? What do you want to cook? That 10,000 naira is not enough to sustain you on a daily basis. If you are a businessman who deal in a lot, and I mean a lot, then transfer is your case. We must not forget that there are persons in rural areas who are suffering. Even here in the city, we suffer. That economics, that is going on in the village, rural areas where they have no POS and the rest of them, difficulty to swap money or to get cash, the difficulty for us to give our children school fees to enter buses, there is not enough of this money. You understand, going around? Why? Rich men, politicians have bribed bank managers, packed these monies and are stacking them somewhere, waiting for election to come so that they will buy your votes. Refuse to be used. In time, this money will circulate. Hold your ground. It is but a week away. A week away. 25th of February, you will choose a new leader. Policies will begin to flow. Things will begin to normalize. Resorting to violence is not the answer. You are only going to create anarchy. Elections will be postponed. And at the end of the day, we'll remain in the same government that we think is suffering us. Listen to me, oh people. Believe in something. Know something. Have a fundamental knowledge. That way, you cannot be cajoled. You cannot be used. You cannot be manipulated. Say to myself, I will make a full research. I will make a proper investigation and documentation of what is happening in the economy today and know why we are suffering. Then you will know if we are tending towards the solution or we are far from it. As you go out today, have a wonderful Saturday. It's going to be a religious Saturday for me because I have a retreat today. You understand? I have popped into the office with the use of my locomotive tomato. And it has half a tank of juice. And I hope it will take me into next week. May God bless you. God bless you. God bless you too, listening to me, who is unhappy right now. It is well with you. You must be gingered. Be blessed. Bye-bye.